This is VRTV.
Students, faculty, and staff, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
The art classes here at Vista Ridge recently took place in a competition. We took a minute to interview some teachers and students. Take a look.
So Scholastic Art Awards is an art competition that is something that they're able to submit to fully online, and the students get to basically do everything. So I usually give them a few weeks in advance to start preparing their artwork and choosing which category they want to submit in, and then they get to write a little bit about their artwork as well. But it's very self-guided. The students pretty much do it all themselves.
The process entails students working on their work. They work on originality and like a personal voice and vision for the work that they want to create. The work, it can be something that's done in the school year.
So the categories range from everything from drawing, painting, sculpture, mixed media, which is multiple different materials, photography, and we had students submit, I think, in all different categories. So they get a lot of options as far as what type of art they want to submit. Usually we start the process about a month in advance. I think it opens up even earlier than that on the website, but it doesn't take long once they start uploading their artwork because everything is done digitally. So they get to just work through the website and upload everything that they need, information, images, and like I said, a little bit of a written description of their artwork and their inspiration.
Being the most prestigious art competition in the nation, we go all out, and our students do too. They're very excited about being part of the competition. Their work is judged first on a regional level and then on a national level.
Hi, my name is Carly, and I'm a senior at Vista Ridge High School. It took probably an hour of sketching time on my iPad, then around 4 hours to glue the pieces of glass to the glass panels, and then 8 hours for firing time and another 2 hours for digital. This was inspired by just me wanting to make a little scenes of fairies and wanting to experiment more with glass. It was a lot of fun. I was kind of surprised, and you just kind of submit to Scholastic just to see what happens, and it was a lot of fun. The process was first I drew all the sketches on my iPad in 3 individual little canvases, and then I put a glass panel on top of it, 2x6, and then glued individual glass pieces following my sketch to the glass panel, and then that was put into the kiln and and then fired, and then after it came out I painted on top of it to define the shapes I wanted, and then I uploaded it into Procreate to finish digital edits.
I think it's really important for students to do the work that's important to them, the work that's meaningful, it's personal to them, and that's when the best artwork is created. And we just look forward to helping students realize the work that they want to create, the work that's important and meaningful to them.
It's really cool when the students get to see their artwork displayed because it is very much so like a real art show that you would go to in the real world. So it's some of their first kind of taste of being an artist on display in a nice gallery setting. There's also an awards ceremony towards the end of the event. And so they get to go up on stage and get their awards and feel like recognized by their community.
As the school year progresses, keep an eye out for exhibitions by these talented students. This has been Astoria reporting for VRTV. Go Rangers!
We put a lot of value on school, but one thing that commonly gets sidestepped is mental health, not just of students, but of the people who help them. So how do these people not only manage schedules and the health of their students when they also have to take care of themselves? To find out more, we sat down with some counselors to hear their story.
How do you manage work-life balance?
You have to get good at just kind of being able to say, okay, I'm going to go home and be a dad or be a husband, and school is going to be there for me tomorrow, and those needs are still going to be there for me tomorrow. So it's not easy all the time. You know, you have empathy and you worry, but when you're here, you do everything you can to make sure that you make the best day for yourself tomorrow, if that makes sense.
We build bonds of counselors, but eventually we have to go. So how do they deal with letting go of people they've known for 5 years?
Is it hard to say goodbye to seniors?
Oh, yes. It is really hard because I get to follow my students all throughout their high school. So I see them as a freshman and all the way through. So I see them grow. And so it's really hard to see them get ready for their post-secondary plan. So it's sad, but it's also very rewarding. And, I get excited too, because I know that they are going to be the best for the world.
One thing that's especially new about the upcoming school years is the transition from Generation Z to Generation Alpha. How much will they have to adjust to new ideas?
How do you feel about a new generation coming into Vista Ridge?
I think it's remarkable. I think it's fantastic. One of the things that I love is each generation has strengths and each generation has challenges, right? What I love is that we're learning from each other.
Every job has some kind of purpose to someone. So what does this job mean to counselors?
What does this job mean to you?
This job is such a great way to help kids. As a counselor, I feel like I can help support kids in such a broad way, academically, emotionally, socially. Parents connect with me. So I really get like a holistic approach to helping a student, and I learn so much more about a kid's story.
What can you do to help counselors? Well, this is what they had to say.
How can students make your job easier?
Maybe just listen to some of the things we say. I know that a lot of times you think that your friend has gone through something, so they know better than the counselor, but there's a lot of reasons why we say things that we do. I'm not saying ignore it, but maybe ask more questions to us about why we're saying the things we are when we give you advice.
Some final words from our counselors about what they've always wanted to tell you.
What's something you've always wanted to tell students?
I think, the biggest thing is sometimes we forget to tell them that we're proud of them and that you're doing a good job. And what your success does not mean that that's going to be the same success as someone that's next to you, and to recognize that. And everybody's path is different. And that doesn't mean your path is less than the other person's. It just means that yours is different than the other person. It's hard to recognize that sometimes.
Counselors do a lot for us and expect little in return. So next time you see a counselor, make sure to thank them and show them that we appreciate them just as much as they appreciate us.
Hello, Rangers. I'm Donovan. And I'm Jack. And this is your VRTV News. 2025 to 2026 cheer tryout applications are now live. If you're interested in being the cheer team, join Google Classroom or stop by Coach Caston's classroom in C425.
Changes to campus policies have been required to the library to make changes to our lunch procedures. Beginning this week, students must arrive by 11:52 for A lunch and 1:31 for B lunch. Students must have a lunch pass and remain in the library for the entire lunch period. As always, students must create an e-hall pass to leave the library for any reason.
Our Rangers Robotics did a phenomenal job at their first FTC meet of the year. After a full year of creating their own robotics from scratch, 2 teams advanced to the semi-regionals. In addition, both teams managed to snag some amazing awards. Static Void won the controller award, while Rogue Resistance won the design. Great job. Ranger Robotics, you've made us proud.
Join the Exploring the Bible Club on Mondays and Tuesdays during Ranger time and after school. We'll be meeting in Portable 26 in Portable City. Thanks for watching. I'm Donovan.
And I'm Jack. This is your VRTV News. Don't be a freak, Bob. Go Rangers.